Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. So we ended up going to North Bay today because unfortunately we could not find at Powassan Home Hardware what I was after, which is actually a clip like this. It will swivel on the back. And so I got that over at Michael's, but while I was there I also got a bunch of these other lobster style clips, as they call them. And this is a 6-pack. So you get like different sizes, and it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. So I got some options now, because I was thinking, well, you know, I want to change the hook on my winch. I wanted something heavy duty. So you've got 3 sizes, and it's a matter of just kind of figuring out which one I think for my preference is going to be the best size, and which I'm kind of thinking this medium-sized one. These are really strong. They're kind of like a carabiner type clip in a sense. Really well made, good quality. Just give you a little bit of a close-up on that one. And of course then you got the really teeny guys, you know, like these are a lot smaller, and but they are quality, which is good. So I thought, okay, well, that'll help me out with my winch part, but the main goal and you always end up buying more stuff, right? But the main goal was to get a hook system for my pole pal, because right now I gotta basically fold this over this way and kind of, you know, do it like that, and then I can use it, and then I could haul it off, then I could use the winch hook as a regular hook, and I'm thinking, well, I still need something better. But this particular hook here with the swivel, what I'm doing with that is I'm going to hook it onto the side of the body somewhere, and being that it swivels, it's going to be a lot easier to get at it. And you know, again, it's a really good quality hook system, so now I can have that just somewhere off the side at the back end. I'm not quite sure where at the back end it's going to go or what, but I'll work that detail out later. But this is definitely going to allow me to hang this accessory up, because I don't want to disturb it. I don't want to leave it permanently hooked to the winch, because, you know, a winch you want to do winching with for its purpose of being a winch, and then of course you want your winch for winching your own butt out of somewhere with one of these little guys. So it's kind of like, well, I gotta have 2 systems. So anyway, so the little 6-pack of hooks, if you got a Michael's store near you, the swivel hook was $5.29. That's this one here, and then the 6-pack of lobster claw hooks, which is our variety pack, that was $5.99. And of course I also got hemp cord. It's 20-pound hemp cord, so it's good for 20 pounds of pull force. Might even go a little bit more, we'll have to find out someday. But I thought, you know, I seen stuff like this at RC4W Drive website, and for how much you get, it's like $5, which is like really expensive considering how much you get, which is not that much. This is like 7.3 meters, which is over 20 feet, and that only cost me $2.99, and it's virtually the same stuff, really. I had stuff like this that a friend of mine gave me. I used it on my trailer project. I actually still have some, because I discombobulated that trailer, and I still have the original stuff, so I'm going to actually compare it against this, but it looks to me like it's the same stuff, so it's kind of like, well, whatever. I mean, if I ever do find that I don't like this steel cable, I can switch it, or if I get another winch where I want black cable, I've got it, and at least I can pull up to 20 pounds. So that's that stuff. I first started out at Home Hardware in Powassan, couldn't find anything. We went to North Bay, and I found this, they call it a ring key spring with clip, and it cost me $3.39 plus tax. So any of these prices I gave you, there's plus tax on all of it. But this is the same thing right here, essentially, as this, except this one is like 10 times better quality from Michael's. Way better build quality, like it's phenomenal. You know, this thing, I'm not sure if I'm going to trust it on much of anything other than hanging accessories off. But I do have this one. But I bought this one regardless, even though I'm not going to be using it on the truck for the purpose I got it for. But it was something to show the people at Michael's, you know, this is what I'm looking for, but I need bigger with a swivel. And this, by the way, this one with the swivel was found in the sewing section at Michael's. You won't find it in the regular section where you find these other lobster claws. You got to go to the sewing section in their store to find this exact one. And I was hoping for something just a little bit smaller profile on this, but you know, this will do the trick, and it's dark enough that, you know, it kind of goes, which is fine by me. But that's my little score of what I like to call RC supplies requirements, winch supplies. So anyway, like I said, we went to Home Hardware, found nothing really other than this little thing, which would probably be okay if you were going to use it on your winch. How much force it'll take, I don't know, but I know that the one that's about the same type of size, this one will take about 10 times more abuse than this little one here will. So it's kind of like, when you figure it out, for 6 of these for what, $5.29, I basically paid like $1, right, for each one of these of the 6, whereas I paid like over $3 just for this little guy that's not quite built as nice quality either. So it's kind of like, I don't know, sometimes you get more and spend less, but you still got to spend a couple of dollars more to get a whole pile of stuff. But at least you've got a variety of choices too. So if you have like a Traxxas Summit, for example, this would be an ideal size for the Traxxas Summit, this big sucker, because you're going to need big for that truck, right? And you're going to need something that'll pull the force without just self-destructing. So big one for the Summit. This one here would be great for the TRX and your SCX10s. And these little guys, well, probably not good for much of anything, I don't think, but hey, whatever. So that's my little score, other than I got zippy ties because I needed some black ones because I know I have them around here. I just don't know where I put them, because I got to hook this thing here onto the truck. I got to drill some holes wherever I mount it and use zip ties to hold that onto the truck with. So anyway, that was at the dollar store for like $1.25. Not a bad little day for scoring stuff. So that's pretty much it. That covers it. Stay tuned for more in the coming weeks of all the mail coming in from various places. I'll have a lot more mod parts, more batteries coming in the mail and stuff, and we'll continue on our little series of tweaking this truck out before we start taking it out for summer runs. And of course it won't stop there. I'm going to be modding the daylights out of this truck over time, so you will see a ton of videos on all the upgrades I'm going to be doing to the TRX4. Anyways, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Ciao.